World War II, a war like no other in history. It spanned 6 years, involved over 100 million people, and changed the world forever. But how did this global conflict start, and what happened during these dark years? Let's break it down. To understand World War II, we have to go back to the aftermath of World War I. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, punished Germany harshly, leaving the country in economic ruin and political chaos. This created the perfect conditions for a man named Adolf Hitler to rise to power. Hitler promised to restore Germany's strength, and by 1933 he became Chancellor. Once in power, he began making moves that would eventually lead to war, starting with the remilitarization of Germany, defying the terms of the Treaty of Versailles. He didn't stop there. In 1939, Hitler invaded Poland. This was the spark that ignited the war. Britain and France, who had promised to defend Poland, declared war on Germany. But the war didn't just stay in Europe. Japan, under its own expansionist goals, had been invading parts of China since the 1930s, and soon they would strike the US at Pearl Harbor in 1941. The attack on Pearl Harbor brought the United States into the war, turning it into a truly global conflict. Now the Axis powers, Germany, Italy and Japan, were up against the Allies, including the United States, the Soviet Union, Britain and France. As the war raged on, the Allies launched several major offensives. One of the most pivotal moments was D-Day, June 6, 1944. This was when over 150,000 Allied soldiers landed on the beaches of Normandy, France, to liberate Western Europe from Nazi occupation. On the Eastern Front, the Soviet Union faced some of the most brutal fighting. After a devastating defeat at Stalingrad, the Soviets began pushing back against Germany, ultimately reaching Berlin in 1945. By April 1945, Hitler was dead. He committed suicide as Soviet forces closed in on Berlin, marking the end of Nazi Germany. But the war in the Pacific was still far from over. In the Pacific, the United States fought a brutal island-hopping campaign, slowly taking back territory from Japan. The war finally ended after the United States dropped atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945, forcing Japan to surrender. World War II left the world in ruins. Over 70 million people died and entire cities were destroyed. The war changed global power structures forever, leading to the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union. The United Nations was created in 1945 in hopes of preventing future global conflicts. While the scars of war ran deep, World War II also set the stage for incredible advancements in technology, human rights, and international cooperation. Nations came together to rebuild and avoid repeating the mistakes of the past. So, what's the lesson of World War II? It's a reminder of the devastating consequences of unchecked aggression and the importance of working together for peace and security. The sacrifices made during this war should never be forgotten, and as we look forward, we must keep learning from the past to ensure a brighter future. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories from history. Music fades out.